thing when we start. Literally everybody was doing the same thing, which is like what?
Oregon.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Joined here with Michael, Johnny, and Ryan. They joined us last week, or was it last week? Yeah, last week for our favorite type of the month. That video was for our Gen 3 favorites. This week, we are doing our least favorites of Gen 3. Please keep in mind, these are just our opinion based off of what's our favorite, what's our least favorite. Johnny's purely saying, no, I hate all these Pokemon, and you all should too. Okay. But if you guys have your own opinion, please let us know down below in the comments. Be nice, right? We're just trying to give our opinion about this. But if you have something to say, maybe we can talk about it like adults. But yeah, after this, me and Michael will battle with our list that we've come up with. And also, we are not allowed to use any starters or legendaries on these lists.
Not that the legendaries or starters are bad.
Well, I might throw something on here. You never know.
You fucking weirdo. You just come in, you're like, I hate Swampert. He's really good, but he sucks.
Yeah, so like I don't like Pokemon that have a 4x weakness and Swampert gets bodied by ice types or grass types. I'm gonna put him on my least. And then fucking Michael just gets swept by a fucking Swampert.
Okay. Well, no, that's not gonna happen. Don't worry. My list is actually bad. None of them are above.
Better
He says that, but
he says that every time.
If that's true, I will buy all of us McDonald's the next time we all hang out. If Evan actually gets through his entire top 5 worst and doesn't fucking say a Pokemon that is actually objectively good, I will buy y'all McDonald's.
Dude, you're fucked.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see.
No, you're fucked.
Also, I said before this video that if our number 1 worst is not the same on all 4 of our lists, then all of our opinions are immediately invalidated. Because the number 1 worst Pokemon in this generation is legitimately probably up to bat for the worst Pokemon ever created.
See, I'm worried about mine now.
That's what I'm thinking too. I hope it's the same. Anyway, let's get started. Johnny, go ahead and start us off with number 5.
All right, so number 5 is Chimecho. A lot of my worsts are Pokemon that are weird, single-stage Pokemon that don't really have good stats, don't really have a niche. I don't know why they exist. There's a lot of that in Gen 3, actually. Quite a few Pokemon are just these weird single-stage Pokemon thrown in. They're kind of crappy. I know that I think he gets a fucking baby, I think in 4th gen, Chingling or something.
Chingling.
But I mean, even then, even with Chingling involved, I mean, it's a shitty Pokemon.
Oh, Chingling's fucking atrocious.
Yeah, yes, it is.
It's cute, damn it.
Anyways, yeah, Chimecho, that's my number 5. Bad Pokemon, bad design, lazy, don't like it. It's one of those Pokemon that you know that they were like in the boardroom. They're like, dude, we have to reach a certain amount of Pokemon. Well, what are your ideas? And then they pulled it from like the crank file in the back that's collecting dust. Anyways, Ryan, you're up.
My number 5 is Spinda. I like the idea that everyone's different with the designs, but I'm not a huge fan of just the way it looks. And I think the one route in Pokemon Emerald and Ruby and Sapphire, you just run into them constantly. And I just
the one with all the ash or whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. You just run into them over and over and over again.
See, I hate that one, but that's also where you get Skarmory.
Yeah.
So
I do also. I think, I like the idea of it, but it just not a fan. It's also a single stage evolution. Doesn't really have a whole lot going for it. So, yeah, that's my number 5.
All right. Guess what, Ryan? My number 5 is also Spinda.
Yeah.
Evan, go.
Okay, my number 5 is Gorbis, the pink one that evolves from Clamperl. The reason why, so the reason why it's on my list of number 5. Here's the thing: I don't like Huntail or Gorbis. I think their designs are a little silly. The only reason why Huntail is more in my honorable mentions is because I feel like Huntail is actually like, it kind of looks more like an animal that they were trying to base it off of. It actually is a decent Pokemon. Like its attack stat and its speed stat are actually decent. It evolving from Clamperl, it's not great, but I'm okay with it. The thing with Gorbis is I feel like
what the fuck is it?
Exactly. It has nothing to do with Clamperl or Huntail, and it just should not belong. If anything, it should evolve from Love Disc because they look the fucking same. But I don't get it. The only thing this Pokemon has for it, or going for it, is that its base stat total is 485, which is actually a lot higher than I thought it was. So it's not a terrible Pokemon stat-wise, but it's a bad-looking Pokemon.
Good,
it's not a good Pokemon in terms of evolution and design. And typically, you don't see a whole lot of people using it. So, yeah, that's my number 5. Johnny, your number 4.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
My number 4 is Spinda. Same thing.
Look at that.
I don't. They've tried to do this before with Pokemon that have all these different variations. They did it in the most recent gen with Alcremie. They did it in the gen before that with that weird star guy. I don't remember what his fucking name is.
Yeah.
You know the one I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about. I still don't know his name. It's forgettable.
But yeah, exactly. He don't know his name because none of them hit. None of them are good. And Spinda's just one of them. It's garbage. It's just a bad Pokemon. That's all I have to say. Ryan, you're up.
My number 4 is Cast Form. I like the weather gimmick. I think it's kind of cool, but it's kind of similar to Spinda. Like it doesn't evolve. It's not very good. It's kind of gimmicky in the sense where like you have to have weather changing moves for it to, have the different forms, and it's something that I've just never even considered or wanted on my teams when I play in a game. So
yeah, and the thing is with that Pokemon is it's like you get a free one at level 30 and you're like, oh, this is kind of cool, like it's a new Pokemon.
Yeah.
But then you realize it's actually so bad.
And you're like, I don't want this.
No, exactly. And like the thing is I like the gimmick of the weather and stuff. I like Weather Ball, and I also love the idea of like you can give it Blizzard and like Thunder and like all the weather moves that are like really good. It's just the Pokemon itself is not good enough.
Yeah, like if there's a different Pokemon that had the same kind of gimmick that looked a little different, maybe it would have hit better, but
yeah,
not for me.
No, I agree with you.
Oh, if they did what they did with fucking Rotom with Cast Form.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, no, good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah, I feel like Rotom is the thing they were trying to do with Cast Form.
Right. Which is a shame because I really like the weather mechanic, and I think 3rd gen was the deal with it. Was it?
Yeah, it was the big deal. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I like the weather mechanic, and I see what they were trying to do, but I agree with Ryan. It was a miss.
Yeah.
Because I think they actually did have weather in the 2nd gen.
Did they?
Because I'm pretty sure they had like Sunny Day.
Rain Dance, I think.
Rain Dance. I'm pretty sure those were in the game because I remember like Synthesis on Sunflora and Solar Beam.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. They must have been.
That was like the whole thing.
Yeah.
But Gen 3 was like when they made it a big deal because of Groudon and Kyogre and stuff. So
yeah, like fit in with the story even, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
All right, Mike.
All right. My number 4 is Mawile. His stats are 380. Who's giving me a bad face right now?
Johnny is.
Over what?
The roles have reversed. The brothers have reversed. What?
His stats are 380. His attack and defense are bad. He's the type of Pokemon, doesn't have an evolution. The fact that they gave it a fucking Mega because it was probably so bad before that they were like, here, have a Mega. And Mega Mawile at 480 as a Mega is worse than Gardevoir and Flygon by itself. It's just, I don't like it. I think it's annoying. It's personal preference, obviously, but I just don't like it.
I will also add that it gets the fairy typing later on. Like Mawile as a regular Pokemon, it was terrible before. I think it definitely got better later on.
I'm talking Gen 3 by itself. It was bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
That's a little bit more acceptable. That you say that.
Take away the fairy typing.
Yeah. Because
It's
a
not even
Mawile with
fairy
play
typing
rough
that made
is
it
scary.
good. When it megaed, it got fucking huge power,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which made its freaking base 105 attack stat base 210. So like,
Which is fair.
don't fuck with me with a fucking mega evolved freaking Mawile with play rough, okay? Because that shit plays rough.
Okay. My number 4, we've talked about it, is Chimecho. It's a monotype. It doesn't really evolve into anything. Obviously, it has the baby evolution, but that's pointless. Stupid Pokemon, stupid design. Let's move on.
All right. My number 3, I talked about in the grass video, is Tropius. What the fuck is that Pokemon?
It's Meganium and a banana's love child.
Yeah, I literally said, yeah. I was like, man, this looks like Meganium and a had sex with a fucking banana tree. And that makes sense because Meganium is the exact kind of Pokemon that's stupid enough to fuck a banana tree. I think is what I said.
Yeah, yeah.
Paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Horrible Pokemon. And it jebaited me, man. When I first got that Pokemon, I was like, this is a big Pokemon, dude. Like, this is a badass. It's freaking grass flying. It uses these huge banana leaves. It can freaking fly me around Hoenn. Dude, this guy's got to be badass. No.
Yeah.
No, he's horrible.
I had the same reaction.
Absolutely dog shit. I hate him. His fucking design is bad. He's another one of the single stage evolution Pokemon that are not very good, don't really have good stats, don't really have a good gimmick, don't really have any kind of niche that's just thrown into 3rd gen, and it's just bad.
The only thing I'll give it is the typing.
Yeah, I mean, grass flying's okay. I mean, it has the 1/4x weakness, which is shit. But
yeah,
not good, man. Fucking, he gives bananas a bad name.
All right. Well, my number 3 is Why Not. Not a huge fan of Wobbuffet. And then all of a sudden, what is Why Not? He's a mini version of Wobbuffet with big ears.
Why not?
And forehead. I mean, I don't know. I just not a huge fan of the design because it just, I don't know, like where do the ears and the bump go? Right? Like he evolves.
The people at Game Freak were all like smoking, and they're like, and the one guy's like, goes up to his supervisor, he's like, hey man, I have this idea that'll get us to that quota that we're trying to reach. It's this weird fucking Pokemon that's a pre-evolution of Wobbuffet. And he's just like, why not?
Exactly. Right.
There you go.
Like, I don't know. I just think he's just kind of, they're trying to jump on the whole baby Pokemon train, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, I agree with you. And like I've talked about it in past episodes where it's like I like the theory of Wobbuffet, the body being a decoy and the tail is the actual like thing.
Pokemon.
Why not? I don't think fits that theory as well. Like I don't think you can really see it. So
Kind of takes away from Wobbuffet, or if anything.
Yeah. Like Wobbuffet by itself. Like I know we keep bashing the idea it's like if a Pokemon doesn't evolve, it's shit. Not always, but in this case, I think Wobbuffet being on its own probably would have made it a little bit better. I kind of hate it more because of Why Not.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget it even exists.
To evolve it, don't you need happiness to evolve it?
Something like that. Some bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I think we answered the question of why not. I think we've come up with very many reasons why not.
I think the real question is why.
All right.
Why didn't somebody say not?
Why, you may ask? Why not? Anyway, Michael.
My number 3 is Delcatty. I hate Delcatty. I hate the person who has it in Pokemon XD and Coliseum. From Gen 4 on, it made it a little bit better, and its stat that it increased was speed by 20. Out of everything, that's what they made it better at, is speed. Other than that, all of its base stats are below 70, except for HP being at 70. It's just not a good Pokemon. I don't know. It needed more to me, I think. Skitty is kind of cute. I'll give Skitty credit for being somewhat cute. And other than that, Delcatty fucking sucks.
So yes, I can agree with that. Delcatty was very close to being on my list because of Pokemon XD or Coliseum or whatever. Because that motherfucker
Using
would
a
just
tract.
hit you with a double edge. Yeah, attract and double edge or some shit, and it's only level 30, and it's just hitting you like fuck off. My Croconaut cannot take this right now. Anyway. So my number 3, just like Mike. So funny enough, Johnny, my number 3 is Mawile. And like Mike said, his base stat total is terrible. Okay, his base stat total is a 380. I do not like the design. I think Mawile was just one of those Pokemon that they just threw in to start. It definitely got better because it got a Mega and the Fairy typing. So if this was a in general Pokemon, he would not be on this list.
Oh,
but
what's that I hear? I think I hear ba-da-ba-ba-ba going bye.
See, now you're just being picky because we both have it on our list.
I love Mawile, man.
All I'm
Great
saying
Pokemon.
is that when we do this Gen 3 battle, Mawile will not be. Actually, we don't even have Megas. I just realized that.
What? Oh yeah, we don't get the option of Mega.
Mhm. So
So
we
yeah,
don't
so
get
when,
Megas.
when you guys battle, can you guys battle with the Gen 3 version of Mawile?
Yep. That's what we're
Okay.
battling with.
All right, fine. I will review the video, and if Mawile is a deciding factor on either of your teams, you're not getting fucking McDicks.
Okay, Mike, this is what we're gonna do. We're both gonna send it out first, and we're just gonna let them both die,
Yeah,
and then we'll actually start battling.
Oh my god,
that's just a wash.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
restart. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So
Go
my
ahead,
number 2,
Johnny.
my number 2 goes to 2 Pokemon. They're a duo that were released kind of as a pair, Lunatone and Solrock. They don't have good stats. None of their base stats are over 100. Their highest is a special attack at 95, which is okay, I guess, but not good enough for a single stage evolution. Not good enough for 2 Pokemon that are supposed to be kind of, pretty decently hyped up Pokemon. I mean, you fight them in one of the most notorious gym battles. The typing is amazing. I love the typing so much, which is why I'm so angry that because I think these are the only rock psychic types that they've ever made.
Is Claydol rock or no? He's ground.
Ground. The only rock psychic, and they wasted them on these pieces of shit. The designs are okay. They're not bad. Like if someone was to come up to me like, hey man, there's this rock psychic type that's like, modeled after a moon and a sun, they're probably about what I would think they'd look like. But their stats are terrible. They don't evolve. They wasted a great typing on it. If they were single stage evolutions that had good stats that they could hit, they're not even bulky. I'm looking at it right now. Their defense is 65 and their special defense is 85. And for having a rock typing that has 5 weaknesses, that is not. I mean, I think the psychic will cancel out the fighting weakness, but still, it doesn't have the stats to back up what they're trying to do with it. So very big miss on it. Huge potential with them. So I'm very disappointed that they weren't good, but I just think there's not good Pokemon.
I think that in Sun and Moon, they should have made them better. They missed a chance on doing that with Sun and Moon.
Right.
But the
I definitely agree. I think they should have given them an Alolan form.
Mhm.
And they should have, how it's like the sun and the moon, and like they're both rock psychic, right? I think what they should have done was made Solrock a fire psychic, and then Lunatone like a dark psychic or something like that, where they kind of like differentiate the two and then give them a different look. And then like with Lunatone, you could have given it like a new phase or something, like a moon. Solrock, like just like a different kind of thing. Like I think that would.
Or you could have even given them
better.
evolutions where they evolve into like a lunar or solar eclipse. And then there's like a lunar eclipse Pokemon and then a solar eclipse Pokemon. And they can even keep their typing if you want. Because I do like the rock psychic typing. Although I do like your idea too. Like I do think that, psychic ghost or psychic dark would be dope. And then fire psychic would be pretty sweet too. But yeah, like it'd be nice to give them some love because they're decent Pokemon designs with some potential, but they just did not execute.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Ryan, you're up.
All right, Ryan.
My number 2 is Clamperl,
Mm.
and it kind of branches into the 2 evolutions as well, because how do you go from a clam to fish, for starters? Just by giving them a scale. Like I just always found the concept really odd, and I'm just not a huge fan of the design. And you always got it so late in the game, and by the time you got it, for the trouble you had to go through to get it, I think you had to like dive in the water, go underground, find it, and then you have to trade it.
Oh yeah.
Trade it with the item. Yeah,
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, for all the shit you have to go through for it.
Aren't really that great anyway.
Yeah.
For all
I mean, the evolution logistics are the same company that thinks that a fish can evolve into an octopus. So
yeah,
kind of
and then they
for them.
and then they have another Pokemon with that Pokemon attached to it, but yet it has no connection.
Yes.
All right.
Minor details.
Yeah.
My number 2 is another duo that I thought Johnny was going to go with his number 2. And that's,
I think I know exactly what it is because this is on my honorable mention.
And I'm going to go with Volbeat and Illinois. Man, fighting them in Pokemon XD and Coliseum was the easiest thing ever because they're so bad. Their base stat is 400, which is actually more than I thought it would be at.
It's 430. But,
well, onward, yeah. Back then, though, it was 400.
Yeah.
So, like, again, it's another Pokemon that its best stat is speed. Like, like it has to be better. Its special attack and special defense aren't bad, but its defense and its attack are awful. So, if you want to go at it with any sort of attack, you're pretty much going to kill it.
Yep.
And they're just both terrible. I hate both of them. They're stupid.
So my number 2, I initially just put Illumise because I didn't want both, but yes, I have the exact same thing, Illumise and Volbeat. I like Volbeat a little bit better just because I think design-wise it looks a little bit better. Illumise just looks really dumb. And
is there a difference between the two other than design?
Design as well as their attacks. Illumise has special and Volbeat has physical. Otherwise, they're the exact same. Pokemon.
Okay.
All right, Evan, which one do you want for the battle?
I was gonna take. I have Illumise originally, just because that was like I didn't want to have both and be weird about it. So if you want to take like Volbeat or something, that way it's a mix-up.
Okay, yeah, I'll take Volbeat then.
Sure.
That's the new system. Every time we have two, or like one of those duos, the other person gets the other.
Okay. All right, Johnny. Honorable mentions.
All right. So first honorable mentions I'll say is Volbeat and Illumise. The only reason that they are on my honorable mentions and not on my top 5 worst is because they get Prankster. I don't know if they get Prankster in Gen 3 though. I don't know if that was an ability in Gen 3. I think that came out in Gen 5.
Yeah, it came out later.
Right. So then with that knowledge, they probably should be on my top 5, but I digress. They do get Prankster eventually, which I do like, which is a very, very solid move or ability, I mean. My other ones are another kind of duo. They're not as much of a cohesive duo as the other ones, but Zangoose and Seviper.
Yeah.
They're just mono evolution Pokemon that are thrown in. They actually have decent stats though. Like Zangoose can slap.
Mm-hmm.
See, I actually like them.
I
actually like
them.
I think
I don't like Seviper. I like Zangoose, but here's the thing. It's not as lazy as you might think because the whole aspect is it's supposed to be like a mongoose and a viper and the whole like conflict that they have. That's what they're based off of. So that's what they base it off.
You could make them evolve, right? Because that's the same thing with Gen 8. They had Boltund and Thievul, and those are supposed to be, the hero Pokemon chasing after the thief Pokemon. They still evolved.
Yeah.
They still had some progression to it. I think, I get why they're there, which is why they're on my honorable mentions. They're not up top because they do have decent stats. They are relatively strong Pokemon. Like, you can throw a Zangoose on, give it a freaking dire hit, and then you slash, and you're freaking laughing your way to the bank.
Yeah.
Right? It's hard.
I was always scared of Zangoose.
Yes, I think the gym leader we were talking about, your daddy uses a Zangoose, doesn't he? Before he uses
there's a person in there. One of the people I think before.
Yeah, I think like you were saying the dire hit thing. Like, there's different rooms and they use different
Yeah.
items to boost
Oh, yeah,
stats.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I think in the crit room they use the Zangoose.
Right.
Yeah.
And then my other honorable mention is Gorbis. Again, same thing. Ridiculous, stupid ass Pokemon. And the other one is Relicanth.
Mm.
And that's another one where it's just a single evolution Pokemon thrown in. Doesn't have amazing stats. I do like its design. I like how it's based off of the coelacanth, like an actual like bony rock plated ancient fish. But again, like its stats aren't super great. It doesn't evolve. It just seems like it's a lazy Pokemon they threw in to reach a quota, which I don't like. Those are my honorable mentions.
And then it being connected to the Reggies. Oh my god, that was so
Oh
annoying.
yeah. I didn't hear about that theory until like actually just recently, like the last like few years ago or something. But
Oh yeah, it was quite the process back.
Yeah, you'd have to like go get one, and then you'd have to get. I think you
Wailord.
actually had to get a Clamp Pearl as well, or a Wailord. That's what it was. Yeah, you had to get a Wailord, which was a bitch because Wailord didn't evolve to level 40.
Mhm.
You had to go get the fucking Relicanth, and then you'd use them, and then fuck. Oh, brutal. All right, Ryan.
Well, some of my honorable mentions are all the ones Johnny mentioned were all on my honorable mentions with Chimecho on there, Kecleon, Surskit, and for me, like this generation, I really do not like Latios and Latias.
Ooh.
I think I like the it's including with their megas too. Like both of their megas seem extremely lazy to me, and both
I
of them.
actually agree with that.
And I think out of all the legendaries in that generation, I like all of them. And then those two, I always, even if when I see them in the wild, in the games or before you catch like the birds or the dogs or they're kind of flying around. When I saw them, I never got excited. I always thought they was kind of like, whatever. Like I wasn't worried about them. And
Right. I actually agree with that. Yeah, those
Yeah.
are good honorable mentions. I didn't even think about looking at legendaries when I was thinking about the worst ones.
Well,
That's
and
good.
when I was doing my honorable mentions, I almost put Deoxys on here as well because of that same reason. I look at Deoxys and I just kind of go, he's
Is
not good.
Deoxys third gen?
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm the
I thought he was fourth gen for some reason.
I would throw him on my.
That's why when Mike. Oh, well,
Sorry.
that's why when Mike was saying in like the last video, he was like, "Oh yeah, like all the legends in this gen were good." I'm like, no, I could probably put Deoxys on this list like very easily. I do not like him.
I mean, yeah, it's all personal preference, right?
Right.
And everybody's
Yeah,
got different
exactly.
reasons for why they don't like certain legendaries. I just don't like that
Exactly.
pair very much. I'd say they're up there on some of my lists.
Yeah,
That's fair. I agree.
I agree as well.
All right, Mike.
I have one honorable mention.
Ooh.
Nice.
Evan knows what it is because I hate it now with a passion.
Does
And
this mean
it's-
that this Pokemon has to go on your team then?
Oh, yeah. I hate it with a passion. It's Swalot. Fuck Swalot.
Ah,
Oh, I love it.
All right, so just for preference, me and Evan were doing our Ruby and Sapphire randomizer, and the first gym leader, I had two grass types. That's my luck. I had I had a Ghastly, and I had my Ghastly died.
Grovyle.
Yeah, I had Grovyle pretty much by itself, and
you get swept by a fucking
Swalot with Sludge.
Her first Pokemon was a Swalot with Sludge, and Michael literally didn't have a Pokemon that could do anything against it because either it was dead or it just couldn't touch it.
Damn, dude.
So that's why I hate Swalot. I hate Swalot's design. I think it's stupid. I think
Oh,
it's,
I love Swalot. Gulpin, man.
I think in Pokemon XD, it pissed me off too at some points. I don't remember when, but I know it pissed me off. I don't like the Pokemon after what happened to me in that Nuzlocke. Evan saw me get so angry.
Yeah,
And-
he was throwing shit. It was fucking awesome.
I was
I
so
like
mad.
Gulpin in I like Gulpin in Smash too.
But
He's always
Yeah.
funny.
yeah, that's my
Okay.
one honorable mention because fuck Swalot.
Okay. I have 7 honorable mentions.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I'll go through the easy ones. Why not? We talked about that. Huntail, I talked about already. Spinda, like you guys all had Spinda. That was an honorable mention for me. Kecleon, like Ryan was saying, I just found him super annoying because you always have to fucking run into them once you get
like the invisible ones.
I hated that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then the last ones, I put Grumpig on here just to fuck with Michael because we were talking about that last episode.
Don't you
Fuck
dare
Grumpig.
pick him.
Well, maybe we'll see. Maybe I'll beat you with a Grumpig. We don't know yet.
I was tempted to do it. I was tempted to put it on my best, on my best team, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I know he has a good special attack, and good special defense.
No. I won't.
Because he's ugly.
I won't pick him. And then I put Feebas on here. And the reason for that is Milotic is a great Pokemon, but it's impossible to get until the new games changed it.
Have you guys actually like got one on third generation games?
Nope.
God, no.
Nope. I looked up a YouTube video
I've
on
done
how
it
to get
once.
when I was trying to complete my decks when I played the original Ruby. I looked up a video on how to get it. Got halfway through the video, put it down, and said, "You know what? I'm just not going to be the very best that no one ever was."
I did it in the third generation. It was not worth it. The amount of time I took to do it. But I wanted to try it, and it worked out. But
yeah. And then my last honorable mention, Johnny, you're probably about to be really mad at me for this. And now here's the thing.
No, don't say it. Don't say it. We've done so good so far. I was gonna say we've done so good so far. Everyone's number one is gonna be this Pokemon.
No. Don't worry.
No, that's his number one for sure.
You're gonna be mad because this shouldn't be a bad Pokemon. I have my reasons and I'll go through it.
Okay. As long as it's not what should be our number one.
No, I don't think it will. So this honorable mention is Absol.
Oh, I am angry.
See, I knew you would. Because here's the thing. I will say, yes, Absol is a good Pokemon.
Here
He
we go.
Mega form.
He said it, McDonald's.
He's not on my list, but hold on.
the question is going to be.
He's got. No. That was the thing as well. I was going to say, I'm not going to pick him for my team because I know that this could be OP. Now, the reason I put him on my honorable mentions is because, yes, he's a good Pokemon, stuff like that. He doesn't evolve. He's a monotype, so it just makes him super basic. I felt like he was way overhyped. He was like the Lucarios and like those Pokemon of the gen that are like, oh, look at this. It's a great Pokemon. This is a big deal. And then playing the games, I never liked using it. I thought it was a terrible Pokemon. Its movesets were terrible. I just remember using Razor Wind all the time, and it was fucking bad. And then you'd always run into it in the wild. I remember in the areas that had like the super tall grass, you couldn't run through it. You had to walk. That's where they would spawn in. So you'd run into like 100 of them before you could get past that area. So Absol for me is just one of those Pokemon where it's out of pure annoyance. It's not a good Pokemon as everybody would think it is, even though it is still not a bad Pokemon. Like it still has some sort of merit to it. Okay. I do not like Absol. That is why it's an honorable mention and not on my list.
Angry.
You just got like a personal vendetta against it.
Exactly. So he's not on my list for that reason.
It's just like me and Swalot.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Oh, number one. I am so excited because no one has said it yet.
It's just going to be like big on the screen.
It's not on anyone's honorable mentions. I knew it. Here we go. The worst Pokemon in Gen 3 is Blaziken. Shit. Obviously, it's fucking Luvdisc.
Yeah.
Is that everyone's number one?
Yeah, it's everyone's number one.
I was so scared you were going to say something else. I was like, oh God, what if it's not?
No, absolutely it is. Like this Pokemon is in the running for worst Pokemon ever made.
Yeah.
It is so pointless. I think me and Evan had a long-winded conversation about how it would maybe be passable if Gorbis evolved from it. And it was
I said that earlier, yeah.
Yeah, you did. Right. Yeah, you did. And like maybe, but as it stands, it is a Pokemon that's, first of all, like not even that common. Like it's not even like a Pokemon that like they put in the game and then they just throw at you like a shitty Pokemon that you run into a lot. You have to fish for it in certain routes, and its whole purpose is to farm heart scales. It is a shitty Pokemon. It is a shitty design. It fucking I hate it. I hate it. I hate
So,
it.
and I'll add to that in our water type of the month videos. He's also, I'm pretty sure, my number one.
Yeah.
So many different reasons, like we said, should have evolved into Gorbis. I feel like that was just a misstep on their part. Should have evolved into Alola Mola. Why would you not just bring Alola Mola in and be like, yeah, you know what? They're connected. Like, that's just, we'll make the evolution line there. It's
Make
base stat total.
scalers.
It's a shitty Pokemon. Yeah, exactly. Hold a heart scale, trade it, or some shit like that. I'll let it evolve because it's literally the exact same Pokemon. Its base stat total is only 330, which is almost half of Metagross. Like, that's how bad this thing is.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
And
garbage.
it just, yeah. Anything else people want to say before we totally just ruin
Love
this
Disc
or
is
what?
garbage. That's all.
Dude,
Did we get it all?
I am so fucking happy that I called.
Do you think do you think he's a nice guy though?
No.
No, he's a shitty guy. Get out of here.
No. Do you think that if Aggron had a heart scale, he would keep it from you? He would make you go fishing in the fucking ocean for it? No, man. Aggron would come over and be like, "Hey, neighbor, do you have a Pokemon that wants to relearn a move? Here you go, dude. Here's a heart scale." And you're like, "Thanks, Aggron." No. Love Disc is a fucking asshole, dude.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then
I think it's funny. I think it's funny now in the new games, like in Sword and Shield, you can literally just reteach moves with no cost. That guy's just like, yeah, let's teach them all whatever you want.
Yeah.
Love Disc is now irrelevant.
Completely irrelevant.
Their
You're
only
right. And
purpose
you're
is
right about
Pokemon.
the like
Yeah.
Alola Mola. Isn't that a 4th gen Pokemon?
Alola Mola's from Sword or Sun and Shield or Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon.
Is it really that recent?
I thought
Yeah,
it was X and Y. Or no, it's 5th gen.
Oh yeah, it is 5th gen. It's black and white.
Oh, it is because I thought it was Sun and Moon because of Lola. I remember I kept trying to make the connection to that. They should have done that, but they didn't. You're right. It is. I think it is 5th.
Okay, maybe it's not as bad in 5th, but if it was in 4th, like 4th gen's huge gimmick, which is one of the reasons it's my favorite gen, is that they added so many evolutions to old Pokemon.
Yeah.
Right? And they should have just done that in 5th gen too. They should have just fucking did it with Alola Mola and added it to Love Disc or something. Or add it like it should have been in 3rd gen, should have been Love Disc to Gorbis. And then in 5th gen or 4th gen or whenever they would have added it, add Alola Mola as a 3rd evolution. And even if it's just mono water type, have it be a nice bulky water, you know, high special defense, high special attack, high HP, you know, decent bulky water type, fits in the same niche as like a Blastoise. Boom, done. Good Pokemon.
But they blew it.
But you know what?
Man, I'm
they
so
need
happy
to.
right now when you guys are going through your fucking honorable mentions. And I was watching Ryan because I knew from the beginning when I said that Ryan kind of knew we were on the same wavelength here. And I think Ryan was kind of here listening too in the honorable mentions for Love Disc.
I
And
was.
as soon as Michael went through his honorable mentions and then everyone's going through his, I knew Ryan was smiling. He knew what was coming. Here we are. I feel so vindicated.
This is the moment we waited for.
It's like that meme of Captain Holt in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's like vindication.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, all of our viewers can rest easy because our opinions on Pokemon can be, you know, can continue.
Yeah.
All of our viewers
they're not
are in this
validated.
video.
That's true.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Hello,
For
viewers.
for all of the viewer, you can rest easy.
Yep.
I was thinking about it when we were trying to figure out what gen it was. I was like, crap, Brian's not here to tell us in the comments.
All right. Well, now that we've gotten through that, Mike and I, like always, are going to do our battle. Thank you, Ryan and Johnny, for staying and doing that with us. I hope you had fun, and it looks like Miku had fun in the back as well. He's staring into the camera.
You heard his name.
Yeah. Miku.
Oh.
He's like, bye, boys.
Like,
See you later. Bye, Felicia. But yeah, thank you guys. Mike and I are gonna battle. I hope you guys will stay around and chirp us as we fail miserably at Pokemon.
I mean, I have to watch to see if Mawile does anything worthwhile.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see you guys in a second. And yeah, okay.
All right.
Welcome back. We are here with the least favorite battle. As you can see, we are in the Gen 3 mode of battle on Pokemon Showdown. And yeah, so let's get started. Hopefully I don't lose because I keep kicking Michael's ass and I don't want to lose. So let us begin. Oh my god, immediate switch. Why am I not surprised?
I had a strategy and then
Strategy.
you fucked up said strategy.
Okay, well, I don't want to stay out here with this.
Oh my god, that fucking Ilmuse is ugly.
I know, his shiny sucks ass.
Who's faster? Oh, me. Very nice. I'm okay with Encore. Ah, you're a dick.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm okay with that. I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Oh, you stayed in. Interesting.
Yeah, because I'm not a little bitch and fucking switch out whenever.
Well, I don't know, Mike. That's a strategy. This is why you can't beat
Actionable
me.
move there by Michael Cake.
Yeah,
I don't
come on.
care. It's the worst. I don't care.
Oh, get that color commentary going.
I see Michael debated almost there to send out our Lord and Savior. Oh, he's hovering over. Oh, here we go. It's a mirror match.
Oh shit! Break. Fuck.
Evan's
off.
going with the sword dance.
Uh,
Next attack.
Damn, that did not do as much as I thought it would.
I didn't even think to put break on this thing.
Somehow it's still doing more, though, than Brick is, because you got
Yikes.
ties to attack.
Yeah.
What type is the Mawile's hidden power?
Steel.
Steel.
Ah,
He has no like decent steel type moves, so I was just
Right.
like, this is probably the best one I can find.
here he goes.
It
bringing up
looks
the
so weird
Spinda.
with no orange on his head.
I've literally have no attack that can, like,
All right, so there's one move you should be using here. Mike, that's the one out of the four you had. That'll do the most.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, your Spinda doesn't have the moves required to deal with a steel type currently.
no.
So why would you send it out?
Because the other ones wouldn't bear better.
Oh. So what you're saying is I should be able to beat you.
all I'm
right.
saying right now
Evan
is that
screwed. Evan is screwed now because the Lord and Savior Love Disc is in.
Oh.
oh, you moonlight. I see you.
Wow, Evan's really doing that.
That's the thing with like these shitty ones. You really got to go with the cheeky movesets.
That's why I hate, because I don't like going with cheeky movesets. I will gladly use Surf? Question
Well,
mark.
I was trying to get it with the ice beam, but it didn't.
Damn.
Lord and Savior Love Disc.
There you go, dude. It's the
Oh.
fucking- oh, it's the golden beam.
Oh god.
This
Send out the
is our Lord.
golden
Savior.
beam.
Damn, that actually does bits. See, I thought about it, but I thought they didn't have genders, so I didn't think it would work.
Oh, they definitely have genders.
No, but on the thing it says gender, and there's just a line. So I thought it meant they didn't have genders.
Oh no! You have to, like, pick which
On my
one.
screen, it says that the love disc is male and your Delcatty's female.
Yeah, it says that now, but when you like look at the gender thing when you're making the team, there's just a line on it. So I thought that meant they
Because
didn't
what
have
happens?
genders.
What happens is there's a
Oh,
line because
Yeah, I think the
it's
line
random when you enter
it doesn't
battle.
matter and it chooses for you. Like it means that you don't care what gender it is.
Yeah, but then once you you can actually like click it and choose it. But I went with the random one. It sucks that you got that toxic off.
Oh my god, that pisses me off too. Whatever. Pokemon.
Oh
I hate.
god.
Here we go. Here we go. A 1v3 Swalot. So you mean it's a fair fight?
Oh god.
I mean, Swallow can do so much.
Oh no. Mike.
Oh
You
yes.
got the move.
I do have.
There
to
you
move.
go.
Oh fuck!
That's the move.
Why didn't I think of it? I don't know. Why aren't you just?
Rit? Oh my god. Okay, well I guess I'm just gonna attack.
And Evan is cheeky move sets. I'm not even like mad because it just proves that I chose the worst team. But
I mean, that is true. I mean, when you're playing the worst, doesn't that mean that you win if you lose? Which means
Also-
really I'm 2-0, Evan.
oh really?
Oh.
That makes us even if that's the case.
Oh my god.
That's true.
Also, Mawile played a huge role. I'm just saying.
That is true. That is actually true.
Yep.
But to be fair, you were also really stupid when you were fighting it.
Well,
Well, you're Spinda trying to use fucking Shadow Ball.
I mean,
I mean, the Shadow Ball was the best he had.
I didn't want
What
love
was
this
Spinda's moveset?
He had Shadow Ball. He had
psychic, dizzy punch, and then toxic.
I would have just used Dizzy Punch
Why?
because it's stab.
I mean, fair.
I guess, but it has a
Because
lower
Ghost-
base power, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But Ghost and Dark type moves in this game are physical, or I guess for Spinda that's fine. Sorry,
Ghost and normal.
Ghost and Dark types are not very effective against Steel in this game.
Neither is
Whereas in the
normal.
new games, they're neutral. Yes, I know, but if every move you're about to use is not very effective, why don't you just go for the stab move? And plus, it could add confusion.
Yeah, well, isn't Dizzy Punch have a much lower base attack?
It's not by that
And-
much.
and-
Dizzy Punch is like a 60.
And your Mawile
Mm.
was like your Mawile had like 7% HP, and I thought that the Shadow Ball would have killed it, but your Mawile tanked it
Oh.
like a motherfucker.
Dizzy
like-
punch is 70. Shadow ball is
Oh, it's 80.
it's 80.
So I guess it's not much.
So,
more.
yeah, because if you do the stab of 1.5, then Dizzy Punch becomes 100, 105.
105. Yeah.
So that would have been a way better move to use.
It would have been. To be fair, also I forgot that Steel resists Ghost,
Oh yeah.
but I should just assume that Steel resists everything.
Yeah. Well, that was the problem with Metagross. The reason why they changed it is because he only had the weakness to ground and fire. When it's like, okay, what the fuck? Like you can't hit him with anything. So they had to change it where Dark and Ghost types could surpass Steel.
Right.
Man, my battle lapses is what screws me.
What do you mean?
My lapse of judgment. So like I rush instead of actually thinking about it. Oh, okay. I can't hear you. That's why I'm like, what? You've no answer to that? What were you saying?
Hello. I was about to say my Absol. I still had my Absol left. When you were building your team, you were like, God, I hope you don't have any fighting type moves. As soon as you
And then
said
you
that, I was like,
changed it.
okay. I'm gonna go to my Absol and give it fighting hidden power. I never used it, but I'm
Yeah.
looking at your team now. How's it look? See, that's the thing with Swarm on Volbeat. I don't know. Does he get it in 3rd gen? Because all my Pokemon only like one ability to choose from. Illumise only had Oblivious.
See, and I even put Swift Swim and I used Rain Dance. Did it even double my speed?
Yeah, well, that's what I did with my Gorbis and my Love Disc as well.
Yeah. Did it even double your speed?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, okay.
You didn't notice when you were using your Love Disc after you used it, you were outspeeding Illumise? Or Illumise?
I just assumed that I was outspeeding it anyway.
No, because I remember I used Toxic to outspeed you the first time.
So the whole Delcatty thing, I was going to use Toxic and then use Rest and Wish as you slowly die. But you sent out fucking Mawile first, and I was like, well, fuck.
Get fucked. Well, it's funny because when I had Love Disc out, I was like, please use, or when you were sending out your next mana, I was like, please be a girl so I can use Attract.
Well, fuck, if I knew that. Like, I saw this and assumed it meant there was no gender. That's my fault.
Every Pokemon's got to have a gender.
That's just me being dumb, I guess.
No, there are genderless Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, true, but
I just wish it said, like, RDM or something and not just a line.
Right.
yeah. Well, because if you're on that click there, you can see it. It says gender.
Yeah,
Male,
what are the chances I click on that?
Well, I had to.
Like, what are the chances I actually click on that to pick a gender?
Yeah, please save the fucking application. How am I supposed to click on that? How am I supposed to know? Anyway, that was another good battle.
And the reason you click on it is to make your Pokemon shiny, not because of gender.
Yeah, well, both. You do both. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Johnny, for staying and watching me kick Michael's ass.
Always, man. It's always a blast.
Hopefully, next time maybe for Gen 4 I'm hoping when you and Ryan come back, we could do like a 4-way battle with our favorites and like make a whole thing out of it instead of just me and Michael doing it. That way it's a little bit more enjoyable for all of us.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know if you can do double battles in Showdown, but we can do a double battle with me and Ryan against you and Mike.
Oh, that'd be interesting. I actually was thinking about it. We should have done a double battle for these. I think that would have been really cool, but
yeah,
I'll play around and see what we can do. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, so thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment your least favorite Pokemon if it wasn't on our list, or let us know what yours is.
and if Love Disc is not on your list, you're wrong.
Yes.
Yes. I was so happy when you had me there, though, when you were like, Johnny, you're gonna be upset. I was gonna be like, oh no, if it's on his honorable
Don't you dare. No, the thing with Love Disc is if it wasn't like my number 2 or 3, then it was number 1. Like if it was in my honorable mentions, that's a joke.
Yes. Yeah, it's bad.
But, yeah.
It is not a good Pokemon.
Hey, I don't know. The gold version of it was pretty good for me today. It fucking wrecked Michael. So I feel like one of these days Michael's just gonna snap and he's gonna be like, "Shut the fuck up."
No, it's
Fuck
not.
you.
Hey, I'm just gonna say that half of it is because I'm stupid.
Well,
I'm like outside of battle smart when it comes to Pokemon, but as soon as I'm in a battle, I make stupid mental lapses, and it's just dumb.
you gotta be smart, Mike. If we do this with Gen 4 and we do a double battle, you and me gotta think together.
But we can
man.
also pick our team together.
Yeah, but
So
still.
and then
Anyway.
at that point, both sides go into a call, and then we can record both the teams talking.
Yeah.
And then I know for a fact Johnny and Ryan are just gonna go, so we're gonna fuck with them? Yeah.
Hell go.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up. I'm sure the video is probably like an hour already.
All right.
So close us out, Mike.
All right. Make sure you follow us on social media at Piece of Kaake Gaming and at Piece of Cake on Twitter. Make sure you follow our merch because we have merch.
God, no. Shut up. We don't have merch. Shut the frick up. We don't have merch.
We do. It's on Redbubble. I'm just saying.
No, we don't. It's not merch.
Go check it out. And Johnny, you should talk to your mom about actually making merch. Anyway. Yeah, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment about what your worst Pokemon is for Gen 3.
Yeah.
What else could we do? Also, comment saying that Aggron's a good guy.
He's a nice
He's a
kid.
good guy. He's the kind of guy that would push your car out of the snow.
Anyway, thank you guys all for watching, and we will see you all later.
Bye.
Oregon.